What's a extremely toxic trait you have as a person? Bottling emotions and poor communication really makes for some good meltdowns. This is what led to the demise of my wedding last March and subsequent annulment. Also sometimes not even bottling, but straight up ignoring your own emotions. My constant need for validation. Do I need to be liked? Absolutely not. I like to be liked. I enjoy being liked. I have to be liked. But it's not like this compulsive need to be liked. Like my need to be praised. The unproven yet steadfast conviction that I somehow have more potential for success than those around me. Yep, that sucks. Especially combined with another stupid brain glitch / double standard of mine. I tend to judge myself based on my potential, but others based only on their actions. That's how you get crippling insecurities. Extreme procrastination. Same. I've actually missed projects. I can't enter some schools because I study so late that I have really average to below average grades. So I don't have a good academic record. This is a few things this problem impacted. I don't know what to do to change. Open bracket. I'm oversharing. I can tell. I'm a calm nice person until I'm behind the wheel in traffic. Then I become a satin spawned soldier of sadistic scorn. I ride the light rail. I'm just hoping that things will magically all work out for me one day without me actually doing anything to change my situation. I'm getting to the age now where I'm seeing people that are older than me and doing things I want to achieve, and then I realize that those people are my age and it's creating this horrible sense of urgency in me. Everyone who has their life figured out didn't get there by accident. They're in the process of doing the thing. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. 25 and still living exactly like I did in middle school. Minus going to school. Still have the horrible sense of urgency. Still haven't done anything about it. At this point I think I must have some kind of mental illness or something. I'm self-critical, which leads me to be critical of others. I have self-esteem issues and I'm impatient as hell. I don't even know how I have friends lol. I can't let anyone close. Oh, you love me. That's nice. I wonder how long it will take you to leave me too. Hey. Fellow trust issues. Mistrustful high five before we go our separate ways. Sometimes. For no reason whatsoever. I hate every goddamn person. I hate people that are doing nothing wrong. And it takes effort not to be a dick to them. I ghost people. Friends. Romantic interests. I just can't find the effort within me to keep most of my relationships going. I want to be better about it. I can't even tell them why, because I really do like them, but it's exhausting to continue trying sometimes. I do this as well. I never take the initiative, and I think it is because I don't see the value in having me as a friend, so I just don't bother. It's a negative spiral and I don't know how to get out. Addictive personality. I envy people that can casually do anything and not get addicted or attached. I've had to develop some serious self-discipline and I still suck at it. I hope you are taking care of yourself. Changing those reward responses is fucking hard. I have abandonment issues. Legit almost had a panic attack a few days ago because my friend told me that he got a new number and I was terrified that he was never going to text it to me and that I would never see him again, even though I know exactly where he lives and I have other methods of contacting him if needed. It made no logical sense. Most people would change their number without telling you if they wanted to ghost you, but the abandonment fear is irrational. I could probably stare the devil in the eyes and not wince. But do anything that could even possibly hint at abandonment, I'm going to have a bad time. Honestly, it's probably my one true fear. I get irritated easily and I'm not good at hiding it. A lot of the times I think I'm justified. Coworkers bothering me about things they should know. Other times I know I'm not justified and I can't help but responding in a way that is best described as having a leading and trailing ellipsis combined with the sound of defeat. E.g. them, hey/you/mac0. Can you help me troubleshoot this code again? Me. Sigh. Yeah. Have you tried? I do this too. I can be such a pissy bitch to my friends. I'm really surprised they still hang out with me and don't ever give me shit about it. I always look back after and feel like an asshole because, well, I was being an asshole. It sucks and I hate that part of myself, yet it still creeps up and I DK how to stop it. Mine personally would be just the fact that I throw myself at the people I like. It's toxic to myself because I know it will end in heartbreak. I always had a thing where I'd cling to people I like. Lately I've had to seriously change that cause it almost always ended in heartbreak. I get attached way too quickly and overanalyze everything and then worry that people hate me. Me too. It's fun to analyze interactions with other people until the anxiety of how big of a jerk you were to them sets in. I hold grudges forever. Once you're on the list, you're basically there for life. Yeah, I'm the same. Not in a way of say, walking down the street grumbling to myself about that person, but just that mental glance over to the dartboard with their face on it. Like, I hate you so much that I'm comfortable with it. Written you off entirely. Good luck changing that. Codependent. Ugh, I'm constantly having to work on this. My husband can get really grumpy, and I realized that I would do things to make sure that nothing would be going on that would upset him when he got home from work. I grew up in a family where it was literally taught that any anger in the home is because you let Satan take hold of you. Now I realize that anger is natural, though my husband has issues, and so I just live my life and let him have his moments of being mad at the world because something small happened and he knows once he's back to normal, I will be around him. And he works on not sending out all his negative energy to anyone around him when he's in a bad mood. I hate this about myself, but just feeling so jealous and envious of people around me all the time. Even friends I love. It's like I'm constantly annoyed if they one-up me in some way in life. Like I can't be content unless I know my life is better than theirs in some small way. I keep looking for advice on how to stop feeling this way because I recognize it's such an ugly way to be. I'm sure you've already come across the idea that it's based in your insecurities. You're comparing yourself to others because you don't feel happy with your own accomplishments. Sometimes, your Minecraft village is all you need to be happy. I absolutely cannot just let things lie when they bother me, even though I know if I just stopped engaging for half an hour it wouldn't even register as more than a mild annoyance. A solid 70% of all my irritation comes from that little voice inside my head that keeps yelling. And another thing. Fucker. Also I spend way too much time on Reddit. I will be mad about something, usually justified, and I'll eventually calm down and let it go. But then eventually I think about it again and get the same amount of pissed off. It takes me forever to really let stuff go. I'll let criticism get to me. I'm extremely judgmental. I didn't used to be like that at all. It's not the best trait to have, but I'm a pretty good judge of character because of it. My judgments are rarely wrong. My fiancé gives me shit for it, but has told me I have yet to be wrong and listens to my opinion of others because of that. Example, I went to a Christmas party my fiancé's work was having. I met the owner's girlfriend. Within 3 minutes of her talking to me, I had her pegged. We went outside and I told my fiancé what would happen to said girl in the owner's relationship. She's a star fucker. She knows your owner isn't rich, but loves the idea she can tell people she's dating someone who owns their own business. She shows up to visit him often, to drink here for free, mid-high-end restaurant. She's eventually going to try and get a job here and slack her ass off. She's going to name drop him when she comes in drunk AF with her friends and expect to not pay for anything when they run a huge tab. He's eventually going to tire of her shit and start cutting her off from the advantages of dating him. She will be left with only the luxuries of dating him, not his business. She will leave and start fucking another owner of a nicer restaurant. She'll keep doing this until she's climbed too high on the social ladder, falls and burns into the atmosphere. 2 months go by. Fiancé comes home to tell me this is exactly what's happening. She's already started working there and is useless. Came in drunk with a group of friends and ran out on their tab. Forward to today. They are no longer together and she's fucking anything with a food truck or higher. So yeah, IDK. I feel like people talk a lot more than they need to. You can get your point across in a sentence or two in most conversations. After that, I don't give a fuck. If you keep telling me the same exact thing, I'm not going to listen. I'm already trying to do what you are currently asking me to do. Dishonest. Look for validation. And yet hate people when they compliment me. I have to constantly keep my ego in check. I used to believe I was generally better than almost everyone. It's hard to not let that bubble back up. I have to remind myself that everyone is a person who is worthy of decency and that I'm not necessarily the smartest person in the room. It's hard because a lot of things I like I am better at than my friends. But it's because I've thrown myself into them for years while they are relatively new to them. For example, a lot of my friends are into D&D, but I've been playing since I was 10. I know more about it than any of them. I have to constantly remind myself that they know things about it too and that they can engage with it at whatever intensity they want. I tend to bottle things up instead of speaking out more. Insecurity and fear of ending up alone. I'm very loyal, but I can cling to people too much, or on the opposite end of the spectrum. Snap at them and project things onto them and get super upset when I think they're confirming the scenarios I've made up in my head. It's not very helpful. I bottle emotions and I'm extremely stubborn. I expect sarcasm from everything that is being said to me. I never finish what I start.